How's it going, everybody? This is SequelCentric. This is where we take
You're an idiot, and I'm not a whore.
where we take a look at follow-ups in the media to see how they stack up against their predecessor. I am Nate, and she is the rewind button to my fast-forward button, Sandra. How you doing?
Hi. I'm peachy.
Excellent. Peaches and cream, and I'm buckwheat willow.
Yeah,
Excellent.
buckwheat willow.
What'd you say? How am I doing today? I'm doing excellent.
No, but how you doing?
Excellent. Excited about today's episode and what's on the docket today, Sandra?
Today we're doing a sequel-centric rewatch.
What's a sequel-centric rewatch?
Let me tell you, Nate. Let me mansplain it to you.
Excellent. Shoes on the other foot. I love
it. Woman-splain it.
Not when I'm drinking.
What you drinking, Nate?
Iced coffee that I made.
Yeah, you drank it all. You didn't leave me any. I got a half a cup. Pig. We're doing a sequel-centric rewatch, and it's a segment where we go back and we watch a video that we've already rated.
Yeah.
And we
reevaluate.
We reevaluate it, and we see if we still feel the same as we did before, or if maybe something's changed.
Yeah.
So today's movie is going to be Shrek 2. Mainly because when we did it the first time, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
The audio sucked donkey waffles. But before we do that, let's do some housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
If
you're looking for some more sequel-centric content, head on over to patreon.com/sequel-centric, and for $1 amazing, you can access a girthy amount of extra content right now. Girthy. That's a word that people don't use enough. That and dickweed. Including the rough extended cut of Bill and Ted's.
You can say that.
Zicky picky zicky.
But I can't say donkey dong.
You can get the extended cut of Bill and Ted's excellent fireside chat, blooper reels, Super Mario Brothers for Willis sequel, and sequels to be or not to be, which that's a good episode in my opinion.
Yeah. Speaking of Patreon, we here at SequelCentric would like to thank our super and outrageous tier patrons for their extra help on this channel, like Marty and Jonathan. We would also like to shout out Jake and Warren, who have kids that might like this flick. Thank you all for supporting us, as it helps us do studio upgrades like the muff mic, which you can't see, and the new monitor for the studio,
which you can't see.
Gracias. A quick reminder that anyone at the super and outrageous tiers get to pick spin-offs or sequel movies like Puss in Boots or Shrek the Third for us to review. Try us at one of those levels today.
Sandra.
Nathan.
What's your history with this IP?
With Shrek?
Yeah.
My history is all the way to the first one. Saw it in the theater. Took the nephews to see it.
Had a good time.
We saw it a few times in the theater.
Oh yeah.
And bought it when it came out. Saw the sequel after that, and the one after that,
and the spin-offs, and the TV
spin-offs, and the interactive thing at Universal.
Oh yeah, right there. Which it finally came out on DVD with the 3D glasses, but yeah, Shrek 4D was quite the experience.
4D, yeah. So yeah, I've enjoyed the
franchise,
the
highs and the lows.
Yeah.
My history.
Hey Nate, how about you?
Sandy, let me tell you. Basically my history is what you just said. Nephews, we took my sister to go see the second one that we're talking about today.
Yeah, we did.
20 years ago, she ditched her kids. So
yep.
Plus, the
Always fun.
sound, both soundtracks to Shrek 1 and 2 are got a lot of great songs.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
When I hear those songs on the radio, uh, I think of Shrek 2 or Shrek 1,
I
depending
have
on
the
what
one
the.
in my head right now.
Excellent.
The intro song.
But yeah, this franchise, this particular one, takes the well the whole franchise kind of takes what we thought we knew about fairy tales and that
Yeah.
we've been reading, kind of flips it on its head, and they integrate other like legends like Robin Hood and other stuff like that, and or King Arthur. So
Yeah.
um, everything's great. But would you like to read some movie facts?
I got some movie facts I can share. Shrek 2 released on May 19th, 2004. It was rated PG with a running time of 105 minutes. Director was Andrew Adamson, Kelly Asbury, and Conrad Vernon. Thank God they gave me some easy names.
This time.
Story was by Andrew Adamson, and we had voice actors Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, Julie Andrews, John Cleese, Antonio Banderas, Rupert Everett, and Jennifer Saunders.
Stellar cast of voice
stellar
actors.
cast.
Yeah,
Yeah, they fit their characters perfectly. Music by Harry Gregson Williams, with a budget of $150 million. Box office returns of $935 million.
Yep. DreamWorks kind of hit the gold mine on that one.
Yeah, I think they made their money back.
Almost by tenfold.
Almost.
Yeah.
Human knees.
Let's run down the movie summary first, if you're not familiar with it. Shrek 2 takes place following the events of the first movie and the Ghost of Lord Farquaad, short, aka Shrek 4D, aka Shrek the Third in the background. With Shrek and Donkey meeting Fiona's parents, King Harold and Queen Lillian, as well as their zealous fairy godmother, who wants Fiona to marry her son Prince Charming, and the plot to destroy Shrek's marriage to Fiona. The dynamic duo of Shrek and Donkey team up with the swashbuckling feline named Puss in Boots to foil the plans of the fairy godmother, and a musical number at the end with a surprise from Dragon. Dragon. What are your thoughts and impressions of Shrek 2?
I was like, what? Did you go to sleep over there?
Sorry. Kiss me, I'm awake.
You're sleeping on the job.
You know. What are your thoughts and impressions about Shrek 2, Sandra?
I thought Shrek 2 was just as good, if not better than the first.
Uh-huh.
And the first one was great. You know, they set up the characters really well and all. And I thought that Shrek 2 was, you know, they took it a little, you know, a step further.
Yeah.
You know, we got to go see the kingdom of far, far away. And
Which is?
Far, far away.
That's right. Which, that part was a little, it's one of my, not to jump ahead, but that's one of my favorite parts, like kind of a pro.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Are we there yet?
Donkey is a place called Far, Far Away.
Yeah. Can you not be yourself for 5 minutes? So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. You know, there's still a lot of, you know, there's humor in there for both kids and adults. A lot of innuendos there.
Yeah.
Like the first one that, you know, adults will pick up on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Unless you have smart aleck kids like our nephews.
Yeah.
You know, they already knew all that. You know,
yeah.
Whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy it. How about you?
The first movie, like you said, was great by flipping the traditional fairy tale on its head, plus all the characters from various storybooks and tales that we know as kids and as our nephews and nieces knew as well. The second movie, I agree with you. I think it ups the ante with the parents and the fairy godmother along with Prince Charming. So there are some it seems like there's a lot of moving pieces going on, and there kind of is, but for somehow it works and it melds very well. This movie keeps you on your toes and keeps you guessing.
Yeah. You know, I liked how they introduced Puss in Boots. You know, he was this dark shadow figure assassin in the shadows, and you know, when you finally see him, you know, that's not, you know, again, not to jump ahead, that's one of my favorite scenes is when Donkey and Shrek are walking through the forest and you hear Puss purring.
Yeah.
And Donkey or Shrek is
Shrek.
like, "Are you purring?"
I know we had a tender moment, but Donkey's like, I'm not purring.
Yeah, that was great. So, um, let's move on over and do our pros and cons so we can discuss what we liked and didn't like. And since you've been hogging the mic,
Yes, you know me, the mic hog.
you're the mic hog, buckwheat.
Obviously, a pro for me is the movie picks up.
I didn't finish my sentence, you mic hog. I said, since you've been hogging the mic, I will go first.
Okay, my bad.
Shut your pie hole.
Maybe I'll get a hearing aid along with that new eye operation.
So let's see, a pro for me, but now you put me on the spot and my brain froze. A pro for me is Fairy Godmother and Charming being the antagonists.
Yeah, that's the
You
one.
don't see it coming.
Like it kind of flips the script. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jennifer Saunders, who voices Fairy Godmother, you know, I don't think they could have found a better actress to do that. You know, and I know her from Absolutely Fabulous, which is another British comedy sketch. Yeah. So yeah, what about you?
It immediately takes place after, and it kind of tells you what's going on. So you really don't need to watch the first one. Yeah, I mean you can jump straight into the second one, which is a plus for SequelCentric. Yeah, you got another pro?
Yeah, I like I said earlier, the cast the voice cast that they got was stellar. I mean, and again, which is a big pro for us, is when they bring back the original voices or actors from the first movie to reprise their roles.
Yes, which they've done throughout the whole series.
I
mean, even with the spin-off with Puss in Boots, Netflix series, and the 2 movies that we hope to review.
I believe even the video games.
Yeah, so I don't know about the video games, but definitely all the movies and spin-offs, and Antonio Banderas has been voicing the character for 10 years now, between all the Shrek movies, the 2 spin-off movies, and the Netflix series. So
yeah,
that's a good paycheck right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Another thing I like is the fact that this second movie kind of starts to let you know there's certain characters that were just background characters that become more of the Shreks and Donkeys like usual crew or posse, like the wolf, the 3 pigs, Pinocchio, three blind mice, and Gingy. And then from like this point on and forward, Poos is part of the crew too. And
that's a good one. They did have another awesome soundtrack.
Yeah.
Great music.
Like you mentioned earlier, one of my pros is the fact that King Harold went to the shady tavern where all the bad guys hang out. And was it Larry King plays the voice of the ugly stepsister, and he's like looking to hire someone to take out Shrek.
Yeah.
Which is once again this movie takes all the traditional stuff that and throws it completely out the window.
Right. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, you have all the villains, drinking their sorrows away for being foiled by the heroes. And
what was the tavern called? Poison Apple.
The Poisoned Apple. Yeah.
So there's a lot of nods and calls backs to
other fairy tales and stuff. And like you have, I think was Captain Hook was playing piano.
Yeah.
On the piano.
Yeah.
And the Headless Horseman is at the bar.
Yeah. That's funny.
So
before we head on over to the cons, my kind of catch-22, which is kind of in the middle, is what did Dragon turn into?
Yeah,
when Donkey was the stallion, after So It's probably one of those questions we'll never get answered, but but
Right.
it's funny how Donkey was, went from to an ass to a, just a complete,
Yeah, like,
Donkey, you're a stallion, baby.
Royal Stallion or something.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I can whinny, I can trot, I can count,
Yeah, I can count. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about cons for you?
Cons. Me, we'll stay on the topic of dragon, the lack of dragon, because
Yeah.
she was kind of an important piece in the first movie, and she continues to be throughout the series. But yeah, the lack of dragon, but it explains like where she's been, what's been going on, when you get about halfway through the end credits. So
Yeah.
that's nice. But yeah, I kind of felt a little bit of an absence of dragon not being there. What about you? Got any cons?
Charming being a mama's boy.
Oh my god.
Big old mama's boy. But then, fairy godmother was a little bit overbearing,
Yeah.
so I can kind of see.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a completely different role. He doesn't, in the third one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he really seems like a mama's boy in this one, but after what happens to her, the fairy godmother in 2, he's kind of left on his own. So he does kind of rally their troops of other fairy tale creatures who got the
Right.
short end of the stick. So that's
Yeah.
like one of the positives, not to jump ahead, but that's one of the positives I like about Shrek the Third.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's about it's for pros and cons and everything, and we could head over
Yeah,
to
there really wasn't anything because the biggest probably was the lack of dragon.
Yeah.
But she kind of did a cameo at the end.
yeah. After the music scene. But yeah, when you're talking about scenes, we can head over to some of our favorite scenes.
Okay.
You want to take it away?
Sure. I like one of my favorite scenes is they're doing like a episode of Cops when they're getting chased.
We got a white Bronco heading east into the forest, requesting backup.
And they've got the crew is back at Shrek's house, and they're watching it on, they're flipping through the channel, and they turn it on and they see, this chase going on. Like, well, I don't know if that was supposed to mimic like
Well, yeah, it was cold nights, but you could, if you're
well,
aware
Cops,
of the.
no, but they're chasing a Bronco.
Oh yeah, the
Which
white Bronco.
O.J.
Yeah,
Simpson,
yeah.
The whole O.J. Simpson thing.
Got to be a
yeah.
little bit not. Yeah.
So, but like they have Puss in Boots, in captivity, and they pull a sack of catnip out of his bag. Oh, that's not mine.
I know.
Catnip.
That's no mine.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Talking about Puss, I like when Shrek and Donkey meet Puss for the first time,
And
and he crawls up his legs and he bursts out of his chest like.
like an alien.
Yeah.
And they pepper spray Shrek with
Oh,
the
yeah.
pepper grinder.
Yeah. There's a lot of great nods that as an adult you'll pick up. Maybe not as a kid. I mean, as a kid, you're just watching all the fun, goofy stuff. But
Yeah.
when you get to, an adult and other stuff that you do on a daily, the pepper grinder thing as a being pepper spray was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
The catnip as in, holding
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
marijuana.
Yeah. Any other favorite scenes?
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
I did like the musical number that the fairy godmother did.
Yes.
She turned into that red dress, which kind of reminds me of the
At the
fabulous,
end.
yeah, the Fabulous Baker Boys.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie, but it's got Bo Bridges, Jeff Bridges, and Michelle Pfeiffer. They're piano players, and she's
Yeah.
a piano singer laying on the desk. So that was a great number.
Yeah. I like the other number she did too. In Fiona's room.
Oh yeah, a classic like Disney fashion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is that it? I mean, we could go on and on with all of the.
But we could, but we're gonna try to keep this short. Favorite line? You got a favorite line?
There's the, it's not mine, but the position of annoying talking animal has already been taken.
Yeah, I mean, definitely once Shrek and Puss settled their differences, Donkey feels completely threatened because, he worked, maybe in his mind, so hard to become friends with Shrek from the first movie, and now he feels, threatened.
Yeah.
And, he's in, from
I'm
his
the
point of
best friend, not you.
I know.
Yeah.
So, from his point of view, they're trying to do whatever to gain his, best friend status. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why he
Yeah.
took some of that potion first,
Yeah.
before Shrek did.
Yeah.
If there's gonna be like going to funny lines, if there's gonna be any animal testing, I'm gonna volunteer or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that was another one.
Which we all know animal testing is bad, but the sheer fact that was in there in the movie, it's it's a ha funny.
Yeah, they're making light of a
Serious situation.
serious
Yeah.
subject. Yeah.
Fun
Which is
facts.
fine,
Oop.
You gotta have a sense of humor.
Yes, you do. And this movie just reeks with
Satire.
of the jokes and the funnies and everything and the undertone, the innuendos and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's head on over to some fun facts, shall we?
Sure. Oh, me?
Yeah.
The 20th anniversary of this flick is being celebrated this year. It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah. It
2004, it would be next year, wouldn't it?
did it come out in 04?
04.
03, 04, yeah, whatever.
Ribs.
So it's either celebrating, it's this year or next year, it's celebrating 20 years, which is just freaking wild.
A Shrek reboot was mentioned in 2020.
Yeah, still.
Oh, is that there's that? Would that be a requel? That was a new word that I learned yesterday.
Requel.
A requel. I'm like, a what?
Yeah, what I remember hearing is like they're gonna still use Cameron Diaz, Mike Myers, and Eddie Murphy for the 3, right? And I don't know if it's like a fifth Shrek movie or they're gonna reset it or whatever. But yeah,
Why? I could see if the movie was a flop.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Like it made all this money. I don't understand why they would
could branch off into the Shrek universe. The fourth Shrek movie, Shrek Forever, was kind of like the Jamie Stewart movies, like what if he wasn't around type of thing, So there could be some sort of like multiverse timeline split thing or whatever.
Oh boy.
It's been a while since we've gotten.
Don't do it.
It's me personally. It's been a while since we've gotten a Shrek movie, so I think most people will be up for it.
Mm.
You got a couple of different. You got Shrek the Bells. You got Scared Shrekless, which
I don't like it.
We also did a review about.
Leave it alone.
But whether it's a reboot or a remake
don't pull a Disney.
Nope.
And you know me,
yeah.
I don't talk poorly of Disney very often.
We got any more fun facts?
Yeah, Antonio Banderas played another character with excellent sword skills. The Mask of Zorro in 1998 and The Legend of Zorro in 2005. So, Nate, does this movie sequel?
Not only does a sequel in my book, but I think it brings a little extra something as well. So I kind of agree with you where you kind of touched on the beginning of the talk here. I think it matches, for me, it matches the first, and it just edges it out.
Yeah.
Not by a much, but just I think with the addition of Puss, who continues to be a staple from this point on, really, I think, help the story and progress it forward. Plus, Shrek is the underdog again, and you just want to see him prove everybody wrong. It's also a great family movie. That's why we mentioned that we took my sister Stuffy, left her kids at home. What about you? This movie sequel for you?
I would agree with everything you just said. It's equivalent to the first one.
Yeah.
And like you said, rounds it out and
Builds
pushes the edge a little more. So yeah,
Plus, it builds on the first one.
it builds from the first one, so it's like a continuation of the story, and so yeah, I think it very much does sequel.
What verdict would you give this film?
Me personally,
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely buy it.
I would
And
agree.
you're gonna want to buy the whole franchise.
My opinion, some of the Shrek movies are better than others.
True.
On this one, I would definitely tell you buy it, and if you get it on physical media, you can pretty much, like in the background.
There's a box set.
There's
yeah.
a box set. You can get all four at this point. You could probably get it for like $25. So, and we spent $25 on the second movie when it first came out on DVD. So most of it's on Blu-ray now. So
Yeah.
definitely, I'll buy it for SequelCentric.
Nice.
That's it for today's review on Shrek 2. Post your thoughts and comments below on this sequel flick. If you want to see any of the other Shrek stuff,
I think they are on Netflix right now.
some of the stuff is on Netflix, even the Puss in Boots Last Wish.
Yeah.
If you look at spooky stories or whatever, or type in DreamWorks in the search engine, they'll give you a whole bunch of stuff. There's a few Shrek stuff on there you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have on the calendar for next month, Sandy?
I got nothing.
Nothing. We hope to review Blade 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's before.
Okay. So then we also have the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves.
Yeah, that we just watched.
We
Hopefully,
watched last night. Yeah.
maybe we'll drop that on Patreon.
And I know there was something else we just watched.
Well,
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
yeah,
Maybe. Sometime.
Go check out our Willis sequel in Beverly Hills Cop 4.
We've been promising you this for a while now. The Christmas Story Christmas.
Yeah.
Lots of things keep coming up, unexpectedly.
If there's anybody that really wants to see that episode, it's our buddy Duff.
Our buddy Duff. I know.
I know.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
with me being out with the eye and some other stuff, it's been a crazy month. But
yeah.
So there's a few movie reviews either for YouTube or Patreon that are on the docket. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of months if we achieve those goals or not. Stay tuned for all that other good stuff. And that's it for now.
Don't forget to check out our other content on YouTube and Patreon, and you can listen to us on major podcasting apps like Podbean and Castbox. And until next time, Nathan?
Ask yourself this one question, Sandra.
Does it sequel?
Bye.